it's very hard for me to convey the depth of ignorance around what is the causes of depression and what is the best treatment of it. It's really hard. You'll get lots of people who will give you a lot of list of symptoms of what is depression: low mood, irritability, lack of confidence, bad sleep. But none of them will be able to tie it together into a theory of why exactly depression is so awful for people. Why is it that one gets so exhausted? Why is it that one loses the capacity to take any decisions? You'll get nothing. Just ignorance. Now, in a way, you have to take my word for this, or read around the subject, read what I say, and see if you can get a sense of it too. So, as I said, there's a lot about symptoms. There's a lot about risk factors. There's a lot of research telling you that, that if you have cancer, you're more likely to get depression. Did you know that if you are unemployed, you're more likely to get depression? That is the level of research on the subject. But is there an overriding biological, social, scientific model of how it all fits together? No, there isn't. And that is why the ideas that I have been expounding in the ideas that I have been expounding in these interviews are so special and so different. But of course, they're not mine. All I am doing is expounding as best I can from what I've learned and from the experience I have of the ideas of human givens. These are the human givens theories of depression and how to lift it. And so maybe in this lecture, the question is, what is the best way to treat depression? And the answer is, find yourself a good human givens therapist. That I explain a little bit more about human givens. Human givens is about 15 years old now. There have been two main practitioners, two main teachers of it, Joe Griffin and Ivan Tyrrell. It's entirely based in the UK, and over that period they have built a very exciting teaching program. So they teach hundreds, if not thousands, of people every year around a set of courses that they do. They have produced a large body of literature. They produce some wonderful books around the theory of human givens, about how it all fits into a model of what it is to be human and all that. They've written books about dreaming and how dreaming fits into depression and so on and so forth. And in that time, they have become quite successful, and they have certainly taught a lot of people about depression and a lot of people about how to do good therapy and how to do good counseling. But they've still kept a little bit outside the mainstream. They're a little bit of a challenge to the mainstream. And in terms of depression, I know that they have much better ideas about what depression is all about. So on level, as they say, depression is fueled by dreaming too much, exhaustion, worrying too much, and so you lose energy and you lose motivation. And on another level, depression is about living a life which isn't working, and you get into a situation and a state that you can't make it work. So human givens is very much bound up with the human needs that we all need in order to live. And then it also teaches therapy around hypnotherapy and around de-traumatization, which means that a therapist trained in human givens can clear the emotional arousal, can explain exactly what a depression is, and begin to create the change that is needed. Forward in a way, and believe me, as somebody who practices it, it really is, which is why I'm a depression recovery optimist.